Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be making a Easter bunny head with 2 ears using wire frames from the Dollar Tree. So this is the 14-inch wire frame that you can get from Dollar Tree. You get one of them for $1. And then these are the circular ones, and I bent them. You get 2 8-inch circular ones for $1. They come in a 2-pack like in a circular, obviously, and they actually are 3 rings. I cut them down to 2 rings. As you can see, I cut the wire off of them, so pretty much they're like this size, so about 8 inches, and I just bent them kind of into an ear shape. I broke one of the wires, so I put some tape around it, but I just bent them kind of into a shape of an ear, and we're going to be putting them on top of our bunny, making a little head with a bunny with the ears on top, and then we're going to be using some of this thicker, what's this stuff called? Yarn, and we're going to just wrap it around our bunny, all the way around the body and all the way around the ears to make a cute little face, and then we will put a little bow on him and make him really cute. Add a little bit of florals to him, and it'll be a nice little door hanger you can add to your door or your wall during the Easter season. So I just tied a little bit of a knot. It isn't, or maybe it will go somewhere. So I'm going to tie it a little bit tighter. Wow, this stuff is like really working against me today. Okay, I think there's a knot in there. So this stuff came from a big roll of it. I think I got it from Joann's. It's called like chunky ribbon or something like that. But I got mine on sale for like $7 or $8, so it was pretty inexpensive. You can use anything you want to wrap your design in, but this is what I had, and you can use any color. But this is what I had, and this is what we're gonna go with. So I'm going to just tie a couple knots in here, and I'm going to just turn that to the back side because I don't really want that showing. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and I'm going to be wrapping it all the way around my design. So this is going to have to come through like that, and it's just going to keep on getting wrapped around like so, nice and tight together, all the way around this bunny, and then we're going to have to go all the way around his ears. So I'm going to put you guys on time lapse, and otherwise you guys are going to want to have to be here for 80 million hours watching me go in and out. But you're just going to want to make sure you keep them nice and tight next to each other. You don't want to see the frame, so just keep on going right around next to each other, in and out. And this is more thicker of a twine. If you used or like it's not a twine, it's like a yarn, but if you use thinner wire, obviously the thinner you use, the more times you're going to have to go around and the longer it's going to take. So I'll put you on time lapse and we'll be done here soon. Okay, so I got all of it wrapped, you guys. It took a little bit, but everything got wrapped, and I kind of hot glued the sides down, the leftovers, so it wouldn't unfray. So what I think I'm going to do is I want them together because, y'all, if I have them like this, it gives me Mickey Mouse vibes. So I want them together because bunny ears, I'm looking at my bunny over there, but when his ears go up, they like are right next to each other. So I'm thinking I'm going to have them like this. And I was debating if I want it like that or like this. And I like them like this. So I want them like that. The reason I had them like this is because they kind of look like this kind of points that way and this points that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some leftover of this string, and I'm actually going to use that to tie this on. So I'm going to use that to hold this together so it all kind of matches at the same time. So I'm going to use that to tie that on. I don't want to pull too tight because I noticed that if you pull too tight, it kind of breaks because it's kind of thin. So I'm going to use that, and I'm going to take that, and I'm just going to run it down this hole and right around. This is just some leftover stuff, but I'm just going to use that to secure this down. And what I actually might do quick before I even do that is go like this. I might take a piece of pre-cut floral wire. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a zip tie and I'm going to zip tie it together, and then I'm going to cover it up the zip tie up with that, cover that zip tie up with the stuff. So now it's kind of secured, but then it'll also get covered up a little bit more, okay? That way, it's a little bit more, I like to make sure everything is secure when I'm designing, no matter what I'm doing. I'm just a secure freak, so that is what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna probably just take 2 zip ties and zip tie them together. And I'm not worried, because I'm not gonna see this. Okay, and then I'm gonna take that stuff and I'm just gonna wrap it around. So that will cover up the zip tie and give it a little bit more strength. So even if you do see a little bit of the zip tie, it's after you put this on, it's fine, because we're gonna cover that up with florals and maybe a bow. I haven't decided on the bow yet, or how I'm really gonna do this whole thing. I know I'm gonna put florals because it screams spring if you have florals on it. And I'm just gonna tie off our piece right there. And I'm gonna bring it along the back. Probably just go underneath one of the things and just pull it. And then take our thing and make a strip of glue and then glue that down like that alongside the back, just like that. So that is like that, and then I can take that and go right up that like that. Be careful with the hot glue, you don't want to burn yourself. Okay, so that ear is going that way. And then now this ear is gonna point that way. So I want them touching each other, just because I don't really like, I guess a little bit of a gap will be fine. A teeny bit of a gap will be fine. Okay, so now I'm gonna take 2 more zip ties and zip tie them together. Or zip tie this thing onto that. Bring that like that. Y'all, don't mind my hair today. It's a mess. If you guys see my hair, I have a man bun action going on right now. Promise you, I don't usually look like this. My hair has just been really crazy today, and I didn't feel like fixing it, so I just put it in a ponytail. Okay, or a bun on the top. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same thing I did to that. So I just cut a piece of that same stuff we've been using. Like I said, this is like a yarn, and I use these when I make my flower centers for my Unique in the Creek sunflowers. So that's what I use these for, and I actually wrap it around my foam flower centers the same way I do this, around in a circle though. Okay, so, and then we're just gonna wrap it kind of like we did for the same, exactly like we did for the other one, except it's for this one this time. Covering up those zip ties so you can't see the zip tie, and making it all look pretty. I like to hide my mechanics. Even if you're not gonna see your mechanics, I still like to kind of hide them, just because it makes it look a little bit more professional. And sometimes my mechanics, like at least on a wreath, some of my mechanics, and y'all, mechanic is like your wire, your zip tie, whatever you're using, tape, whatever you are using to hold anything together. So hot glue is a mechanic. I don't want any hot glue showing. So even like on the back of this, you might not be able to see it too well. I don't want to be able to see any of it, just because sometimes, y'all, it even like a zip tie can sometimes even like scratch your door. So even though you're not going to see it, it could still hurt your door. So I like to cover it or protect my customer. I haven't decided if this is going to be for sale yet. I got to see how it looks when I'm done. But this might be a simple piece of home decor that I make. Otherwise, y'all, this is something really fun and simple you can make for your door or your wall. This is going to be super fun. So most of these stuff you can get from the Dollar Tree. You could wrap this in like twine if you wanted to make it more natural. That would be fun. Okay, so now we got our little Easter egg, or bunny. So this would be cute, just like that. Add a little bow to it and you'd be done. What I think I'm going to do to mine is I haven't decided, I want to add some florals to it, but I haven't decided if I wanted to add a bow or not yet. So I maybe add a bow and florals. I haven't decided yet. So I want to add these really pretty tulips just because I know, y'all, tulips just really scream spring to me. For some reason, it's just, I see tulips and I automatically think spring. So I'm thinking I maybe just add these right into, act like it's a grapevine and stick them right into our design like this, and maybe add a bow right down the middle. Like, I think that would be kind of fun. Kind of act like this is a grapevine. Treat it like it's a grapevine. So just add these on both sides. And obviously I've hot glued these in if I decide I like them. But I don't want to hot glue them in yet if I don't know if I'm going to like it or not. I have some yellow. And then I also have some yellow tulips I have, which you can see. And then I have these really fun little, I don't know where they went. I had them sitting right around here. Where did we set them? You know, I had some purple wildflowers. Where do we put those? I just had them in my hand over here. Got them behind me. I've got these purple wildflowers that I think would be really, really fun to put in here. So I'm just gonna add a couple of them. I don't know if we're gonna add all this into there. I think that might be too much, but at least like one on each side would look kind of fun, I think. I don't know. Those are too long. I'm gonna actually just cut this off and add them like this. So yeah, this is a fun project and you can really add whatever you want to it. It doesn't even have to be like that. I'm gonna add a floral pick to these. Add them both together. So you gotta be really careful with that mechanic because that's a really sharp mechanic that could totally rip your finger right off. These are all like, these are wired, so kind of just want them to be able to hang out, and that's fun. And that's fun like that. Oh, these are so pretty, y'all. See, look at how cool that is like that. Okay, I love that. So I'm actually gonna just take that and spray it back down in there. And what I might do is just pipe some hot glue in at the end. Right now I'm not going to pipe any hot glue in there. But I want to add a little bit of greenery in here. Not a whole lot, but just a little bit, just to break up some of these flowers a little bit. So you guys, you don't have to add, you wouldn't even have to add florals to this if you didn't want to. Like I said, you could just add a simple bow and called it done. But I wanted to add some florals to this just because, y'all, Easter and spring kind of just remind me of florals, and so I like to add florals to a lot of my designs. So let us add some of this greenery just right down underneath. It's also going to give us a little bit of a base and give it a little bit more of an airy look. Oh, I love this, you guys. So it's not even like we added a whole lot to this. And you can use Dollar Tree florals too if you're shopping from the Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree's got some pretty nice florals, you guys, that you could totally use. So I love that. And I'm going to be adding that like that. And then I want to add the other side that we broke that one piece off into two pieces. So I'm going to add that other piece down here, and then we also have to add one more of that wildflower bush to this side to make it a little bit even, so we can have wildflowers on both sides of our design. And this side I don't think I need a pick because they both stay together. And I'm actually just shoving them right underneath that area where we wrapped it around. It's kind of working as a grapevine. If anything pops through here, that's fine because we're gonna add a bow, like I showed you before, like I said before. I want to add a bow to the center of this, because that's going to help kind of hide a bunch of our mechanics. Otherwise, at first I thought about maybe just adding a ton of florals all the way around, but I don't want to add too many. So I just love the pop and the mixture of the purple and the yellow, and then a bow in the center. So let me add a bow, and then we'll see if we need to add anything else. So I'm going to take a little bit of hot glue, and I'm going to pipe some hot glue on top of those. And under here, just pop it right on top. It's pretty tucked in there, so it shouldn't go anywhere. So we're going to move this to the side, and we're going to find some ribbon to add to our design. So I'm thinking of probably a yellow bunny like this. It's so cute. And then, or maybe yeah, I think I like the yellow with that. Okay, so I'm thinking I like these two together. Those two together, and then maybe even a little bit of a 2.5 inch to go underneath to kind of break up, and I might even do a burlap, which I have a burlap right here. I think I might do that because I want to have a 2.5 inch just to give it a little bit bigger of a base, just because we have a kind of a big gap, you guys. And I'm thinking about adding a little bit of a tail. I'm going to start with 12 inches. It's probably going to get cut down to more like 6 or 8 inches. But I like to start bigger and then go smaller because it's a lot easier to cut the ribbon than to add the ribbon. So I'm going to do about a 12-inch tail. And then I'm going to... See, y'all, this is kind of an easy project. The only time-consuming part, y'all, is adding your stuff around your base. But once you get the hang of it, it kind of just goes by pretty easy. You can just keep on whipping it out and adding and adding and adding. So it wasn't that long of a process. Okay, so we're going to add about, thinking we're going to add about, I don't know, we might do 3. I'm going to do 2, y'all, because I don't want it to be too big of a bow that it covers up the ears. You want to make sure you can still see the ears of the bunny. So I'm thinking that that should be fine. So I did 2 on that side, 2, and then I'm going to do the bunny and then the lavender. No, I want to do the lavender and then the bunny. No, I want to do the bunnies and then the lavender. Okay. And for this design, you guys, since we have 2 bunnies that are, our bunnies are directional, I'm going to make my tails already to begin with. Oh, yeah. I'm going to cut it in half, fold it in half like that, and then flip that over, and then pinch and pinch, kind of make it look like it was one. And then I'm going to take a zip tie and zip tie those 2 together, because I want my bunnies to be in this, both going in the same direction. I don't want one bunny to be upside down, and that's what it would do if I didn't do this. See how I add them together? Now both bunnies are going the same way. Otherwise, you would have tails like this, or like the other way, and then one of the bunnies would be one of the tails, the bunnies would be going upside down. And we don't want upside down bunnies. So I'm going to add that tail in already, and then we'll just add our little loops. So then these ones are going to go, they're going to be upside down, but we will twist them like so, and now they're not upside down anymore. We're only going to do one loop of this on each side. So I was live in my Facebook group tonight, or my Facebook page tonight, and I designed a patriotic wreath using a grapevine wreath, but we put deco mesh onto it. So that was super fun, and it actually is right next to me. I'll show it to you guys at the end of the video if I remember. So we did one of each on that, and then we're gonna do 2 of each of the purple. The lavender is gonna make this. The reason why I chose this lavender, y'all, is because I want it in here because it's gonna make those 2 little wildflowers lavender wildflowers that we added to both sides. It's gonna make them pop. It's gonna really bring them out. And so that's why I went with this. And I didn't bring a lot of pink in this, you guys, because I don't want it to clash with the pink that we have already with the yarn around the bunny. So yeah, there is a little bit of pink in the bunny ribbon, but it's not a lot of pink that it's gonna really clash. So that's why my ribbon choices are the way that they are. And I'm actually going to do a center loop of this one because I don't want to have to add something to the center at the end. Okay, so now we're gonna just put a zip tie around this, and we're gonna put it on our wreath, and then our little wreath door hanger thingy, whatever you want to call it. I don't think I needed such a big zip tie for this one. I needed to go the right way though. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little DIY. You can totally buy ones like this already made. They sell. I actually need a pink one. They sell little bunnies like this, but they actually. The reason why I was inspired is because I was watching Amber Strong tonight. She's a DIYer here on YouTube or on Facebook. I think she has a YouTube channel though, but she does DIYs from like Dollar Tree stuff. And I saw her making one using the Dollar Tree grapevines, and it was so cool. And I was like, oh my gosh, I think I could do that. But I was like, I think I can do that with the wreath frames, because I saw someone else make something kind of similar to this. I think they actually had another whole body part, so it kind of was like 2 bodies, and then the ears, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. And it was pretty cool. I will not lie. Y'all, I did have the ears, these going the right way before. So fluff your bow. I like to fluff my bow before getting on my project, and then I fluff it even more. So I don't do a full fluff on my out. I will do it more when I'm on my project, but I like to do at least a little start of it here, and then I like to. That way it's a little bit started, and I can kind of see how I like it, and how I want to position it. And then I do the final fluff when it's on my design. So I fluff my bows like at least 4 to 5 times as I'm making my design. And so our bow is going to go right here in the middle. And I'm going to do this is I'm going to just string it through the stuff. So it's not weaved on so much that it's not going to be able to go through. But I want to make sure it goes around at least one of the ties. Okay, so there we go with that. So I'm noticing that my bow, okay, did it go around at least any of the, I want to make sure that it went around at least one of the ties, which I don't think it did, y'all. I think it should be fine though. Okay, so I'm noticing that you can still see where we added our florals. And so, I mean, if I would have done this again, I probably would have added my florals first, but I have an easy fix for this. Okay, so I'm gonna actually snip this piece off because I don't want that hanging. So, you can see right there, but we haven't finished fluffing our bow yet. And our bow is probably gonna have to get resized too. So I'm not gonna like mess with my tails too much because I'm probably gonna cut them down anyways, because I want to be able to notice that this, as you can see, you can't really tell that this is a bunny because the tails were in the way. Actually, I think I did do a good job with this bow. I think now that I have it like put together, it's actually halfway decent. I just had needed those. It just needed those loops to get moved down. So I just like to mess with my bow loops make sure they're exactly where I want them when I'm finished. So, now that I'm seeing this, y'all, I don't want them to be this high, so I'm gonna cut them down. That was a terrible job cutting those. Terrible. That wasn't very good either, but it worked. Okay, so I got those, and then I have these to cut. Oh, y'all, I did it the wrong way. Y'all, that happens to me every once in a while, and today it got me. Here. You know what, y'all? I don't even know if I want tails even in this design. Because now that I'm looking at it, you guys, I don't even know if I like the tail. I mean, I guess they're not that bad. Let me get these correct, and then we'll see if we like them. Okay. I mean, first you need to get the tails correct before you can even judge. I just feel like it's too much. You know what I think would be really cool? I think we might go like this and just cut that down all the way, y'all. We might just add one of the ribbons. And I think it might be just that lavender. Just one lavender and make them kind of long and then just curl them, y'all. I think that'd be really pretty. Let's try that. Y'all, this bow is really making me mad. It's really not turning out the way I really wanted it to. Y'all, I think we're gonna go like this here. So, see, sometimes, y'all, I start something and then I decide later on that I don't like it. I just want to make sure I don't set that in my hot glue because that would not be fun. So, what I want to do is I think we might actually take this ribbon. It's a pretty lavender ribbon. Take it, fold it in half. Keep it kind of long. Add it to a pipe cleaner. It doesn't even matter what color. I'm just going to add white. Add that to the center there. Add that through like so. Bring that up into there. Okay, bring it through, tie it off back here. Okay, tie it, and then stick it back in there. Okay, and then take them, dovetail the ends. And then curl them up. Curl them up like that. And it might have been better if we would have curled them all up like that before. And then just kind of curl them out like that. And just have them dangle like that down the inside of our... I mean, that's okay. That's not that bad. Honestly, y'all, I'm not even sure if I'm a fan of this bow. It's just kind of, I don't know. It's kind of driving me nuts a little bit. But what I want to do, I know I for sure need a little bit of greenery up in this one area right here. And I'm going to do that quick because I know I need to cover up where I see hot glue. And so I think we're going to add just a little bunch of greenery there. And that might make it so we like where we like our bow after. Let me just see, y'all. Okay. That looks a little bit better. I like that. So I'm going to actually take it and I'm going to dip it in my hot glue skillet. That way I know it's going to be nice and secure where I'm adding it. And then the bow loops will kind of cover that up. So if I were to do this again, I probably would make the bow loops a little bit smaller. Not the base, I would start off a little bit smaller. I wouldn't have them as big, just because you want to be able to, I mean, you can still see the ears. I just would like to see the ears a little bit more, maybe. And who knows, maybe I'll see it on the door, and when I take pictures of it, I might like it a little bit better. Y'all know when I first start designing, sometimes things I don't like right away, and then when I get pictures of them, I'm like, oh yeah, that actually does look pretty good. So, I think we are done with tonight's little YouTube video. So, I have a video of a lantern swag coming out, I hope. It's having problems right now. I don't know what's going on with my YouTube or whatever YouTube made. I don't know if it's me, the video, YouTube. I don't really know what's going on. But I have a video that's supposed to be up soon. I uploaded it like 2 days ago, y'all. And I don't know what, but it still hasn't like gone up on YouTube. Still waiting. It's like your video is still like, I don't know. It's processing, and it was uploading before. It said uploading, but it's been uploading for 2 days now, y'all. So we're gonna see. Y'all back here, I'm gonna sit back. I would come back in here. There's some wires hanging out. I'll snip those. And what I probably would do with this is come in here and cover those up by just going like this. So I cover that up like a little bit like that. And I would take this and I would go like this. Cover that area right up like that. Add a little bit of hot glue. And then just go like this, y'all. It might not look, and that might not be the best thing, but it will blend in with that. And it'll be a nice soft. So now there's nothing pokey. Y'all, I always worry about my customer's door. I don't want it to wreck. And then what I would do to hang this is I would take a piece of wire. Now I use this wire. I got it like a while back, and I use it for all my wreaths and everything. And I just take it, and y'all know how I just add this little piece right here. And I bend it like so. And I would actually add it right underneath to this underneath layer. So there's actually, well, I mean, actually, I guess I would add it to this top layer. I guess you could add it to. And then you got a little hanger, so you can hang it. And you can actually flatten that out if you didn't want it to be noticeable. But yeah, you guys, there's a little bit of a design that we did tonight. I hope you guys like it. It's kind of cute. Not kind of, it is cute. I'll probably worry about my bow a little bit more. But yeah, make sure I can see all my little flowers and readjust them. Things pop off like that, y'all. They always go back right on. And if they keep popping off, y'all, just add a little bit of hot glue to them and call it a day. But I love the color scheme that we went with this. It's really pretty. I love the little yellow, and you can have some of the tulips, y'all, pop out through that greenery. They don't always have to be tucked underneath there. But like I said, doesn't that lavender right here really bring out the touch of these little wildflowers? But yeah, that's so fun, and these are so cute, and you could do them in all different colors. I have this stuff in red, which I don't know if I like red, but you could do it in yellow, you could do a purple, you could do a, I don't know, teal, green, whatever colors you want, you could totally do. You guys, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button and join us in our little family here. We're on our way to 2,000, and go over and follow us on YouTube or at Facebook over at MB Crafts, and then we also have MB Crafts by Max on Instagram and MB Crafts by Max on TikTok as well. We have a Etsy shop where I sell all my designs, and that is in my bio, I think. Otherwise, it's MB Crafts by Max on Etsy. Go check them out. Give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below if you have any questions. I hope hopefully get back to you as soon as I possibly can. And I appreciate you guys for following along and joining us tonight. And put a bunny in the comments. That way I know you followed to the end. And I appreciate people like that. So have a good night or good day or whatever time of the day you're watching. And stay creative, guys. Bye-bye.